Hey there, and welcome back. It's 2021, and of course everybody's looking ahead to trends that we can expect this year, from cars to houses to fashion. So let's go ahead and just hop on that trend and talk about some of the trends that you can expect this year with websites. And hopefully these will help to guide your website decisions this year. These will range from e-commerce to web design to content and more. Before we get started, if you want to see more videos this year about e-commerce, web design, WordPress, digital marketing, and other website related topics, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Now, let's get started. Obviously, we can expect another increase in online shopping in 2021. The pandemic in 2020 forced more people to shop online, and that trend doesn't seem like it's going to be slowing down any. According to Wunderman Thompson Commerce, 43% of shoppers have a positive feeling about online shopping, and 38% of people are now more comfortable with online shopping compared to pre-pandemic. Plus, we were already headed that way before the pandemic. According to Statista, 23% of all retail sales are expected to be online in 2023. That's up from 14% in 2019. All of which is to say, if you already haven't done so, it's probably a good time to create an online store for your business. Page speed is going to be a big thing in 2021. Actually, it's been a pretty big thing for the last few years, but expect that to really continue this year. We all know the stat. If your website takes more than 3 seconds to load, you're going to lose about a quarter of your visitors. Plus, Google will be using page speed, especially mobile page speed, more in their ranking of pages and searches. So you definitely need to be focused on that this year. One great way to do that is through Google PageSpeed Insights. I talked more about how to use it in a video last year, which I'll link to below. But the two things you need to check is getting your first content full of paint and DOM content loaded times as quick as possible. So schedule some time to check out your website's page speed and fix those issues. You want to make sure it's as quick as possible this year. Let's face it, we live in a visual world that likes to look at photos and videos. Plus, as we move into a more online shopping world, with or without a pandemic, we have a greater need for better photos on websites of the products we're shopping for. People can't physically be there to touch and really look at the product. So you need to fill that need. Make sure that your product photos, and even if you have videos, are top notch. Take action photos to show off what you can or your product can do. Make sure that you take shots of every angle of it so people can understand what it does and how it can help them. That'll help the potential customer or client have a good idea of what to expect, and that'll help them make the decision to buy, sign up, or learn more. A photo is worth 1,000 words after all. On the design front, you're going to want to focus more on having white space in your design if you're redesigning your website. That is to say that you'll want more blank space where there isn't content. That is something that will definitely help your readers and users. For starters, it removes a lot of the clutter that might distract readers from reading all the content on that post or page. If the message you're presenting on that page is important, you don't want people being distracted as they try and read it. Also, having a lot of posts, ads, or just a whole lot of other information stresses people and computers out. There's a reason I prefer to read The Athletic compared to my hometown newspaper. A lot of white space makes the experience a lot calmer. Ultimately, that makes your content stand out easier, and it makes it easier for you to guide your users through your sales funnel. So if you're going through a website redesign this year, see if you can add more blank or white space to your design. Continuing on design trends, dark mode is continuing to become more and more popular as time goes on. To put it briefly, this is where the background is black or some other darker color, and the text and other content is white or a lighter color. And I found it to be much easier on my eyes compared to the standard white background, especially when I'm trying to read at night. Apple has introduced this option on their devices for a couple of years now, and WordPress's new default theme also has this option. If a device or app has a dark mode option, I'm using it. So what does that mean for your website? Well, right now, if you're happy with the way your website looks and you're not expecting to go through a redesign sometime soon, then just leave it be. But if you're in the market for a new website, you might see how a dark mode can help your design. How much more likely are you to buy from somebody who talks to you directly using your name as opposed to just using "Hey valued customer." You're probably more likely to buy even if you think the difference is marginal. That's the difference of personalization, and it's becoming a bigger trend in e-commerce these days. One way some businesses are jumping on the personalization bandwagon is by using chatbots. These are web applications that allow users to chat with them and help them find what they're looking for. They're essentially a lot like web chat applications, except that on the other end, there's an AI machine instead of a human person. But there are other personalization things that you can do that aren't that crazy. If you're running an email marketing campaign, you can start each email with the person's name. And using tools like Google Optimize, you could even open up a landing page by greeting the person by name as well. Although that might be a little bit too far and a little bit too unsettling for them. So see how you can add personalization to your website and marketing efforts this year. Even if you think it's small, it could go a long way in convincing someone to buy from you. Something else you might want to take a look at for your website this year is see if you can turn it into a progressive web app. To make a long story short, a progressive web app, or PWA, is essentially a website that acts a whole lot like a mobile app for phones. And mobile users can even add your website to the home screen much like a regular app. PWAs make loading your website on mobile a lot quicker, which is always a plus. And they make the overall experience much better on mobile devices. Again, that's also a plus. Some content management systems like WordPress have plugins that can make it easier to turn your website into a PWA right now. So see if that might be an option for your website. We've seen this trend occur really since the iPhone was introduced into 2000s, but you really need to be focused on making sure that your mobile website experience is as good as your desktop experience. More and more people are browsing the web on their phones. I mean, we're usually on the go a lot, or at least we once were. Plus, as I mentioned earlier, Google is using the mobile experience a lot more in its page ranks. And that's a direct response to what we've been seeing with mobile usage. According to Statista, 73% of online sales this year are expected to be made via a mobile device. So this year, make sure that your mobile website gives users as good of an experience as your desktop users. Your users and Google will greatly appreciate it. On the content side of things, you might want to focus more on long-form content when you're blogging. And by long-form, I mean basically anything around 2,000 words or more. For starters, a well-thought-out and well-researched post that's pretty long can help people understand what you're saying, and you become more trusted by potential customers and clients. Essentially, it gives you that authority to speak from. Also, it has SEO benefits. Google is focusing more on quality content that helps people out. So by writing these longer posts that answer questions and help people learn more about that subject, you're playing right into that. If you love to write all the time, set some time to write these longer posts for your website this year. I think you'll like what you see this time next year. Finally, another content trend that you can expect for this year is more videos, like this one. I personally found that a number of my videos, particularly the ones on content management systems like WordPress, Drupal, and Joomla, outrank my normal blog posts in Google searches. A lot of this happens because Google will sometimes put videos ahead of text-based results when someone is searching for a topic. And that gives you the opportunity to answer their question before those other regular blog posts. And videos of your product or your service in action can go a long way in helping a potential customer or client take that next step and contact you. Also, live streaming is becoming another great way to market your services, especially on Facebook. People can find and ask you questions in real time, and they can learn more about your products or services. So as you plan out your year for marketing, see if there are any opportunities for you to add more videos to that marketing plan. So what do you think of these trends? Is there anything that you're excited for? Are you going to try one of these out on your website? What other trends do you think we'll see this year? Be sure to leave your answers down in the comment section below. Next week we'll be discussing the difference between Etsy, Shopify, and just having your own website, the best themes from the WordPress theme directory, and how to get the perfect domain name. To see those videos and more videos on web design, e-commerce, digital marketing, and other website related topics, be sure to hit the subscribe button and to ring the bell for notifications if you already haven't done so. Also, be sure to check out the blog to learn more about websites, and digital marketing. And if you're in need of a website, I would love to help you out and work with you to create a great looking website that fits your budget. The links to all those are down in the description below. But until next time, I wish you and your business the best of luck.